Hello, welcome to an update video. Yeah, I'm just going to be playing Pirate Warriors 2 in the background so that I got something to play while I speak to you about my new HD recording capabilities. So I bought an HD PVR and the new microphone, which you're listening to right now. So this is like my new recording mic and my new, video recorder. And basically I wanted to give an update video on that, and I also wanted to show you how the old videos compared to my new HD recording capabilities. So this is mostly just going to be like a little comparison, side-by-side comparison to my old footage and my potentially new HD footage. I'm not recording these to tell you that I am redoing all of my series in HD. That would just be stupid. Just to give you like an idea of how the improvements are going to affect my videos. Alright, so take note that the old footage and the new footage were recorded in different frame rates and resolutions, so they don't quite sync up perfectly, but I tried my best to get them to run side by side so that you could see the difference between the cutscenes and the text and all that crap, because I've had problems reading that stuff. So we're just going to start off with one of the first clips, which is Resident Evil 5. So Resident Evil 5 was the first console game that I tried to record with my old PVR, and it was disgusting because I didn't even know how to optimize the settings on my recording program, so there was a whole lot of like de-interlace problems, audio desynchronization, poopy quality and all that. But with the new PVR, I don't have to worry about those weird-ass vertical or horizontal lines that show up during fast-moving cutscenes and all that crap. Plus the text is clearer, the image is sharper and all that. Everything's fun with that, so, hooray for that. And these same problems also affected my Ghostbusters playthrough, because again, this was like an early game that I recorded on the old PVR, so it looks a little bit better than the Resi 5 because I had discovered the de-interlacing feature, but still, it's fuzzy, the text is fuzzy, the finer details of the cutscenes don't really show up. And after this game, I pretty much stopped recording PlayStation 3 games for a while because I couldn't record in HD, and it was just kind of causing the videos to suffer, and it was a bad time all around. But now I should be able to start recording PlayStation 3 games again, and I've got a few already lined up and ready to go. Those series should start rolling into the channel any day now. And speaking of hard to read text, freaking Shattered Dimensions was like the game. I think it was the last console game that I recorded, and it was the last one I recorded because I decided that I would not get another console game out here until I could get a new PVR, because the text was so small on Shattered Dimensions that it was almost unreadable. And it was disgusting. I hate the fact that I couldn't read any of the text. As you probably know if you've seen the Shattered Dimensions playthrough, every time I looked at the Web of Destiny, I just complained about how I could not read the text and the numbers, and I didn't know how many things they wanted me to do. But, yes, now with the new HD PVR, text is readable, cutscenes are clearer, fantastic times are all abound, and we are definitely going to be able to use this HD PVR to record the next Spider-Man game whenever I decide to do that.
And men like you to carry on the good fight.
Word. Bye, guys. Next time you should hang around longer. We could start a bridge club or something. Come on, Misty. Time to drop you off at Supervillain Daycare.
Thank you, Spider-Man. You should be proud to know your legacy is being upheld across time and space.
Yeah, those guys were all right. But you have to admit,
with 4 different Spider-Men?
The one thing I know for sure,
out of all of them,
I'm the best.
and
So those are the new improvements that this HD PVR brings to my console games. It doesn't really affect my PC games, which I'm doing less of nowadays because I had this console recording capabilities. But anyway, one of the things that happened because my PlayStation 3 games and my Xbox games looked really poopy when recorded with the standard PVR was that I started recording a bunch of Wii games. Because the Wii games aren't really meant to be in HD to begin with, so I didn't really see a big problem with just recording them in standard definition. There were still problems though, even though like I was recording standard definition games with a standard definition PVR. But I can even use this new HogPog for Wii games because I picked up a little device called a Wii to HDMI converter, port, upscaler, adapter, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, just like the name implies, it's a little device that plugs into the back of your Wii and allows you to plug an HDMI cable into your Wii, and it upscales all of the Wii footage to 720, 1080, however much you want to do it. I'm not going to push 1080p right now for any of my videos. I think 720 is good enough for now. But I have the option, at least, to do 1080p if I so desire at one point. So anyway, let's look at some old Wii footage as well and see how it looks with the new HD PVR. Again, some things to note while you're watching this footage. This Wii to HDMI thing is just an upscaling. It doesn't actually convert the games to like 720 HD, you know, resolution and shit. It just upscales it. So, it's not really HD One Piece, it's just standard definition One Piece upscaled. And even with that, these games aren't really made to be in HD anyway, so you might not even see that much of a difference. I mean, there's a slight difference you can probably see, but that might just be like, you know, slightly different gamma or slightly different frame rate or something, you know? I think it looks better, in my opinion, because, you know, I've watched all these footages over and over again. One thing with Unlimited Cruise is that it was a PAL game, so it already had a slightly different frame rate to begin with, so that is even, like, a weirder effect with this HD recording capabilities, because all the HD footage is, like, in 60 frames. And, like, the old footage was probably, like, in 29 frames, or 24 frames, or 30 frames, so it's kind of weird like that. Anyway, the point is that even Wii games can be sort of brought up into HD specs with this new HogPog and this Wii to HDMI converter. So, enjoy whatever other Wii games I'm going to play in HD, and one of them is definitely going to be One Piece Unlimited Cruise 2, because that's like the next game I gotta play anyway. And I've got a few other Wii games. Again, I've got like some really obvious ones, you know, like, oh man, fucking another freaking game for the Wii. What else could it be? Could it possibly be a Zelda game or a Mario game or whatever crap else that's on the Wii? I mean, there's like some really, you know, greatest hits for the Wii, and I don't really want to record some of them. I just kind of want to record the games I like and enjoy playing, but some of these games aren't really fun to watch if you've already seen them 100 times, like Mario Galaxy. But yeah, here are, you know, the new Wii footage will definitely improve with this new HD specifications. Again, you might not even see a difference. I don't even know. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But, you know, there it is. And I guess the last games that I can really talk about are the two Pikmin games that I recorded. Pikmin 2 I never even finished, but, you know, I can still show you the comparison for that. Now, the Pikmin games were originally GameCube games, and they were ported over to the Wii. So they were already upscaled to begin with, to fit, you know, Wii specifications. So this Wii to HDMI converter thing upscales them on top of the upscaling that they had already gone through. So there's not really any difference between the old PVR footage and the new PVR footage. It looks almost the exact same. The only difference, honestly, is that it's slightly sharper. But it gets to a point where it's so upscaled that you see little pixelation around all these like 3D models and stuff, and that kind of looks gross. Hopefully there's not going to be too many of these Wii games that or GameCube games that are converted over to Wii games that do this. I do have some actual GameCube games with the original GameCube discs. I don't know how those are going to look with this like double upscaling nonsense, because when you put a GameCube game in a Wii, it already kind of upscales it and stretches it out to fit. And then I'm also going to run it through the HogPog, which is upscaling it again. So for those like 2 or 3 GameCube games that I have in mind, I got no idea how those are going to turn out. Hopefully they turn out okay. Anyway, so that's pretty much everything. I mean, there are a few games that I didn't include in those recordings, such as Little King Story, but I mean, that just finished. And again, like I said with the other Wii footage, it wouldn't even make that much of a difference. And, Paper Mario also wouldn't make much of a difference, although I am going to record the rest of that playthrough in HD, regardless of whether or not it makes a difference or not. I'd like to have it in HD and just have everything under the same settings, so we're going with HD for the rest of Paper Mario. So, that's it. I can't really think of anything else to talk about with the new recording setup. Actually, yeah, I do know one thing. One thing with my old recording setup was that I could not record for longer than an hour, and you probably heard me mention this on older recordings about how I can only record for such a length of time. You know, I have to wrap it up and start a new recording session every hour or so, because with the old PVR, what would happen was at the 20-minute mark, audio desynchronization began to occur, where the game's video and the game's audio started to desync and be all, you know, out of like poorly timed or whatever. I don't know how to really describe it. Anyway, now with this new PVR, I've tested it several times. I can record unlimitedly. I think I've recorded so far, the longest recording I did was 3 hours of like Dead Rising 2 sandbox mode, and there was like no desynchronization at all. Like, at all. Old PVR, after 20 minutes, it would start, and at the 1 hour mark, it would be like a full second of desynchronization, and that's crap. Anyway, other than that, everything's gonna be great. Again, I don't think I'm gonna do a series of One Piece Power Warriors 2. That was just sort of a thing I did. I don't think that these Dynasty Warrior games are fun to watch. They're fun to play, not so much fun to watch. Because it's like, you've seen me defeat 1,000 enemies over and over again at one point, and it just gets boring. Anyway, again, I'm not going to record my old series in HD. That'd be dumb. I'm not like rehashing any series or anything. I just wanted to show you that from now on, things are going to be in HD. And great. Fantastic. Alright. Thanks for watching my little update video. I'll see you on the next gameplays videos that I start. Once I get this uploaded, I'm actually going to start some new series with my HD PVR, and you guys can see a whole bunch of new things. Hooray! Alright. Again, thanks for watching, everybody. Goodbye.